Imagine coming up to a bad car accident. You see 4 ambulances zoom past your car, so you pull off to the side of the road. Straight ahead of you is a 2-vehicle accident. You stay put until the road ahead of you comes clear. As you're driving by, you notice that blood and glass is shattered all over the road in 2 cars in which you can't even tell what vehicles they are because they're smashed so badly. As you get further down, you see a body bag, which led you to believe there was a fatality in the accident that just occurred right in front of you. A couple days later, you see in the paper that accident you came across that day was the fatality of a young mother that had her husband and small child in the car with her. The family of 3 had gotten hit by the 17-year-old girl. The 17-year-old girl was sending a text message as she crossed the center line, hitting the family of 3 head-on. The 17-year-old girl is now in a coma for the rest of her life, all over a text message. You may think that you're a good enough driver and invincible that you can safely send a text message without interfering with your ability to operate a vehicle. But knowing the solutions to not being tempted to text while drive will save many people's lives, including yours as well. In a recent article, Texting and Driving, It Can Wait, published on October 29, 2013, Cody Bonkin stated that the increase in car crashes since 2008 has increased dramatically because of texting while driving. 73% of car crashes did involve cell phones being used while driving and could have been prevented by not using the cell phone in the first place. Texting while driving is a serious distraction that could cost you your life or the lives of others. Texting while driving causes many accidents, is worse than drunk driving, and knowing some potential solutions to this dangerous habit will save many lives. Texting while driving is an extremely dangerous habit for some people that ends terribly. The consequences that texting and driving carries are very life-threatening to each person who chooses to do this. Being a passenger in a vehicle, always offer to send the text for the driver to limit any distractions away from the driver. In the article, Texting and Driving, It Can Wait by Cody Bonkin, published on October 29, 2013, Bonkin stated that texting while driving should be illegal because of the percentage of car crashes caused by texting and driving, as well as the percentage of fatalities caused by texting while driving and the impact it has on other people. In the article, Bonkin stated that approximately 73% of American drivers text while drive, saying it's easy to do, leading to 1.3 million car crashes a year. In addition, the long-term impact on other people around you can be very consequential. Imagine how your mother, father, sister, or brother would feel if you lost your life because of something as ignorant as texting while driving. Or how would you be able to live with yourself knowing you took a life from another person because of a cell phone? Furthermore, over 8 people are killed and over 1,200 are injured a day in the United States caused by a distracted driver. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention stated on March 7, 2016, that drivers under the age of 20 have the highest rate for causing fatality accidents because of texting while driving and having the invincibility mindset that nothing bad can happen to them. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention also noted that even at 55 miles per hour, the average text takes your eyes off the road long enough to cover an entire football field, nearly killing you. The Center for Disease Control also added in that students who text while drive are just as guilty as drunk drivers. Therefore, think twice before you pick up your phone and send a text message that can probably wait. In addition to several accidents, injuries, and deaths that texting while driving causes, it also puts the driver twice as dangerous as a driver who has been drinking under the wheel. In the article, Is Texting While Driving as Bad as Drunk Driving?, written by Andrea Phillips on September 17, 2013, Phillips expressed that texting while driving is more dangerous than driving under the influence of alcohol. In addition, according to the United States Department of Transportation's 660,000 people are involved in using cell phones while driving during the daytime. Let that sink in. 660,000 people use their cell phones daily while driving next to you or your loved one. Furthermore, 3,400 people lost their life in 2012 as a result of a distracted driver due to texting while driving. In the article, Texting While Driving versus Drunk Driving, Which is More Dangerous?, written by Jason Masters, last updated on October 27, 2013, if you text and drive, it is equivalent to you binge drinking 4 cans of alcohol before getting behind the wheel of a vehicle. Moreover, as 25% of all 50 states, drunken drivers has decreased, but the fatality crashes increased due to texting while driving. The risk of picking up your cell phone holds substantial consequences that could literally cost you your life. The risk of getting in an accident and having to be liable for someone else's injuries and thousands of dollars of medical bills that you are liable for is not worth a cell phone. Furthermore, texting while driving causes accidents, injuries, and sometimes results in the fatality and is also twice as dangerous as being under the influence of alcohol. Even though there are several bad things that come out of texting and driving, knowing some potential solutions to limit the temptations of texting while driving is a great start to end this bad habit that some of you may have. In the article, A Technological Solution to Texting While Driving by Courtney Submaranian, published on September 18, 2014, states that Katsky, a company looking for answers to help stop texting while driving, can actually block the incoming and outgoing signal of wireless networks on a cell phone while the vehicle is moving. In addition, there would be a small box that plugs into the socket beneath the steering wheel on a vehicle. The driver plugs it in, sends a text message to the provider, and once the car is moving, all data and wireless networks are blocked until the car is completely shut off. Furthermore, Katsky is hopeful that drivers will actually plug this device in and help save more lives. You never want to put yourself in a situation where you ruin someone's life or injured someone else over a text message or a cell phone. Knowing the possible solutions that companies are working hard towards and working with them will truly help decrease the number of accidents we see each year due to distracted drivers. I conducted a survey on Wednesday, April 27th at my work, Velocity Tan. I made a survey and set my survey in each of the rooms, and every person who came in filled one out, and I had them put them in this jar in which the surveys were 100% anonymous. The method of delivery that I conducted my survey was in scaled questions. I ended up with 80 surveys and randomly selected 50 respondents to help me with my percentages to conduct my survey. 43 people said that texting is very important, 2 people said that texting is important, and 5 people said it's really not that important. 38 people said that sometimes they find themselves distracted while driving. 9 people said they didn't really find themselves distracted while driving, while 3 people said they didn't find themselves distracted while driving at all. 41 people said that they had been in an accident caused by a distracted driver, while 9 people said they hadn't. All 50 people that I had surveyed said the most common result of distracted driving is texting while driving. Today, we discussed the drastic impacts that texting while driving has on many people. Texting while driving is a serious distraction that could cost you your life or the life of others. Texting while driving causes accidents, injuries, and even can result in death. Knowing solutions to texting while driving is a great way to help our community diminish the amount of texting while driving injuries and deaths caused each year. If our generation doesn't come to a realization that cell phones aren't as important as people, the number of injuries and deaths we see each year will not decrease. With that being said, texting while driving is an extremely dangerous habit for some drivers and ends in dangerous consequences. Putting your phone out of sight, away from you to reach while driving, is a possible solution to limit the temptation of texting while driving. The consequences that texting and driving carry can lead to a very life-threatening situation for each person who chooses to act on this dangerous habit.